Welcome to the AI workforce, where we're going to talk about Victor, of course. And so I want to show you around the back end on the dashboard, just so you get familiar with what's back there and what you can do with it. Ready? You'll go to app.victor.com and you'll log in, of course, with your Slack channel. And when you come back here, you'll be able to see your available credits. And then you can upgrade from here as well and see what you have left of how many you have. And then you can come down here and turn on auto top-ups. So this would be just your regular upgrade plan. If you want to top up one time, you can either upgrade your plan or auto top up or top up one time. Just know that if you top up one time, your credits are costing you more than if you just had an auto top up. So you'll see here it's $100 for 40,000 credits or $128 for the same amount of credits. So just keep that in mind. If you do the auto top-ups, you can set limits. And so you come over here and toggle auto top-ups on, and then you're going to choose however much you want to reload when your credits get below a certain threshold. So you can make that number whatever you want. And then you say, do not go over a certain amount for the whole month though. So this is something that's really convenient, especially if you're working with a team and you're not always available to upgrade for them. Turn this on, create your ceiling. And then you can choose down here what to do if you want to run out of credits. I just leave those alone. And then you can also earn rewards and credits by sharing your Victor link as well. So I can come over here to view rewards, which also can be found down here in the bottom left. And if you copy this link right here and share it with people, you will get a percentage of whatever, a percentage in credits of whatever they use. So currently right now I have almost 500,000 credits that are going to be due to me from the 20 people that I shared this link with early on. And so I just, every month I get paid from them in credits. So that's about $1,248 value. And you can do the same thing, and you can kind of slide and see what you can do here. The other thing is, here's your integrations, and we'll do a whole video on integrations another time. Skills, these are the skills that Victor has been trained based on what you have given him. Also, you can go to the marketplace and go find skills there as well. Really handy if you're going to be looking for Meta ads or Google ads. There's definitely skills for that. And so you can go to the marketplace and find those skills as well. And we'll do a different video on that. Teach Victor is a lot of fun. So if you come in here, you can start a recording, or you can upload a recording where you go through and maybe do a video just like this, where you record and show the steps of how you do your process. And so it could be where you go in and you say, first I open this and then I do this and then I put it here and then I do this. And you record up to a 30-minute video. You can submit it to Victor, and now he will have that in his memory on how to do that job. Spaces or any things that he's created for you, apps, landing pages, things like that. Tasks are any of the ongoing tasks that you have scheduled him out to do. So I have a 7 a.m. morning briefing, a 5 p.m. accountability check. He does some work for some of my clients. On the teams, this is where you can add people to the team that can use Victor. And this is your usage. I tell people to come here and monitor that periodically. So like I went a little overboard on August 20th. I actually had turned him up on his brain to a Fable 5 to do an experiment, forgot to turn him down, and I burned through a bunch of credits that day. So that sucked. But don't be me and watch those. And in the usage, you can see who's using the most via task and what activities are costing you the most credits. You can sort by that here. And then you can go to tasks and see how much they're costing you. You can change the dates to last 7 days, last month, billing period. Over here, you can see how much each one of your spaces is costing you in credits. So mine are not that bad right now. We just built this app yesterday. And then here's the reports tab, which I don't have any right now. Over in the settings area, if you go to my account, you can connect and disconnect them here. You can create shortcuts. The main thing you want to do is go to preferences. So when Victor gets shipped to you, he comes right out of the box on SmartBrain, and you can go and put him to balanced. So I think he comes out of the box at Opus 4, and you can see here that you can do different things with him. So my bad, I put him on Fable 5 one day as an experiment. So that was 2 times more cost. So some are cheaper, some are the same. This one would be the same. and then you can do model overrides. And so if you put in, when you're doing a chat, exclamation fast, then it will go to the balance mode. If you do exclamation deep, it will go to default mode, but I can change that to a different one. So this is where you can come and change that. And I recommend that you stay on balance to keep your credit usage down. And then you can put in your logo and decide if your skills need to be shared in a workspace or not. This is where your permissions are. Like if you have guests in your Slack channel, you can decide if you want your guests to have access to Viktor. And then if your teammates can connect their own integrations or any other, like edit other people's integrations. So audit log is very new. And so you can come here and see who did what and who approved what. So I approved an email to be sent out, and then I approved this. And so if something gets done and you don't know who approved it, if you have a larger team, you can come over here and you can enable those logs. These are the emails that have permission to email Viktor. So Viktor does have an email for your workspace. Only you are able to email him right now and he will respond to you. So these are the domains that are allowed to email him and he will respond to them. Otherwise, he won't respond to just anybody. We already took a look at billing. You can do quick starts on any APIs that you want to connect him to, including OpenClaw. You can generate an API key if you want to connect Viktor to something else. Here's some documents if you need help on all of that. This experimental phone thing, I don't see the benefit of it right now, but you can set it up and then you scan a QR code. You'll be able to literally message him, like talk to him, but he responds to you in Slack right now. So he doesn't actually respond back to you on the phone. So I don't see the benefit of that. It would be really cool if you could just call him and he would talk to you, right? And the other thing is this chat. So if you come over here back to the browser, you go to chat. Now you can interact with your Viktor in a chat format, just like ChatGPT or Claude, but he has all the context of everything that's happened over in Slack or Teams. And so you can come over here if this is a better interaction for you. So a lot of people don't like Slack. This is definitely a workaround for that. So you do still have to set him up in Slack, but then you can just come or bookmark this app.viktor.com/web chat, log into your Viktor account, and then you can just talk to him. And then it keeps all your conversations here. So I asked him to, and just so you can see the difference, I asked him to send an email yesterday and he still gave me an approval. It looked like this though, this gray box. I approved it and the email went out. So we can archive chats here if you want to. The only thing is right now there's no folders or anything for you to keep up with like you would in a channel. So, or that you would in ChatGPT or Claude. So there's nothing like that, but you can definitely come here and chat. If you go over here to the Academy down here on the bottom, you can see all these quick start guides for getting started. You can also go to the marketplace, and this is where you're going to find new skills. So if you're going to be running Google ads or Meta ads, I highly recommend that you install these skills. And then there's a bunch of other ones in here that people have started submitting, and you can also submit here. So if you build a useful skill, if you have something that is uniquely you or that you have programmed in a certain way because you market or interact with a certain niche, then you can like throw a skill in here and then they will make it where you can eventually sell it, I think. So that would be really cool. And there's some automation skills here. And then rewards we looked at already. And then if you come here to your settings, you'll also be able to switch between other channels that you're in. You can link your mobile app. So if you have, I need to do this, open Viktor on your phone and scan this code. The code refreshes automatically. Okay, so there's that. And then you can add a workspace. And again, there's shortcuts to all the other stuff. So hope that helps. Just a little back end of Viktor.